Hello, beautiful souls. All right. What's going on with you guys? How's this energy treating you? Oh, I'm going to say today's been a very interesting day. Um, with this intensity coming in, it feels a lot like mania. And I do not have bipolar. I do know people that do. And what this is, it's like this really intense up and down. Mostly up, but the occasional like what? And it's more energetic than emotional, I would say, at least for me today. So it's just been interesting to be today paying attention to the different energetic ups and downs and lots of ups. Um, I would say that yesterday I felt really good. Like I hadn't felt that good energetically in a long time. Today, it also feels like we are clearing something. So it's almost like it's this revving up of the engine. Zzz, like we're transmuting something big in the collective. And so I'm excited to go into meditation in a little while and figure out if I get any more insight into what that is. And if I do, I'll share it with you all. But yeah, it's very interesting the things that have been crossing my awareness in the last couple days. Um, a lot about the people that we surround ourselves with. And I am finding myself alone a lot. And, you know, it's interesting trying to sit with that. And I have people I can call. I have, a lot of friends. But I have been led to not schedule things with people um, due to overwhelm. And so don't schedule. And then when it all calms down, it's like, whoa, I'm by myself. And I know that it's divinely orchestrated to be that way. But I don't know if you guys are noticing the same thing, but for the most part, my default is busy, run all the time doing for everybody else. And so today has been a lot of doing what I needed to get done for me. Writing. I've been going through my teaching stuff. And I should show you guys. So, what? I've never taken you guys into my garage before. So, anyway, and I'm doing laundry too. So, I got this wild hair at the beginning of August that I needed to get rid of all of my teaching stuff. And I haven't had my own classroom since like 2005. So, I mean, I've subbed, but I haven't had my own classroom. So, I don't know if you can see all of that high loft. It was full of boxes of teaching stuff. And so I have been going through, my friend John helped me pull it all down, and I've been going through it all. And I have a few boxes of stuff I'm keeping. Like, who can get rid of their... and the 501 French verbs, and for a French speaker like me, all of that. There are some French stuff I am keeping, some literature stuff, and oh my gosh. So I just got to share because head to toe, Lisa and Cult Jam. What else? I got a whole bunch of these. Oh, Point of No Return by Expose. There's a whole bunch of these. And I don't know if you can tell how many there are here. There's a whole bunch. And there's also a huge box of cassettes that I don't know what I'm going to do with. But yeah, I found my old yearbooks. I found my old writing from when I was a teenager, which is like totally priceless. Reading through it going, oh my word. Haven't changed that much. And I will say that the icing on the cake has been finding a whole bunch of letters from my dad, who passed away, finding them from my grandmothers, who are both gone. And so cool. So cool. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been cleaning. I've been cleaning out, getting rid of stuff. So, I mean, I am a teacher. Don't get me wrong. I still have my credential. I can teach in Washington State if I want to. I'm going to keep it up. But I'm like, I don't need this stuff anymore. I am carrying it around with me, like physically and energetically. And here's the thing. It's time to make room for something new. And, you know, like my friend, I told him, I'm like, yeah, I'm getting rid of them. They're like, are you sure you should do that? And I'm like, yeah. Besides, if you're a teacher, you know, a lot of what I kept were like the worksheets that I'd made or, you know, something I had, all of my stuff. So I used to do homework calendars for my students. And so I kept a copy of all of those. And I kept all of my lesson plans and I got rid of it all. I could have told you what I did in my Washington State history class, whatever, I can't remember what year that was, or my world history class in 1998. I could have told you what the plan was because I kept all of my lesson plans. And so here's the thing. I can do a lesson plan if, let's just say I end up teaching U.S. history, whatever, who knows. I can do new lesson plans. I don't need to keep all that. That's old. Make room for the new. I feel, you know, what's been coming in really strongly for me is that we are in this period of tweaking just a little bit what we do. And so like for me, I'm a teacher. I'm a master teacher is what keeps coming in. And that I will be teaching, but it's not going to be exactly the same way that it always was for me. And so it's time to get rid of the old stuff. I can do new stuff. I can whip out a worksheet like nobody's business. I could whip up a whole workbook for y'all. What do you want to know about? What do you want to learn about? That's my specialty. So I'm getting rid of the old to make room for the new. I am at this precipice of big change, and I know it. It's scary at times. And that was part of also what I wanted to share about in this video. A lot of us are in this place of big change right now. And it's okay. It's also, you know, I have this interesting relationship with fear. So I'm going into this deep dive of subconscious that's going to be happening, I think, until about March of next year. I think I've talked about it a little bit. So my dream time is pretty weird. All about fear. Subconscious fear, subconscious programming. A lot of it doesn't make sense. You know, I had a dream that there was this huge tsunami and that I died, but it didn't, there was no pain. There was only full awareness. And, you know, in that moment in dream time, it was very clear to me what mattered to me in my life here, what my attachments were. And it was nothing that was stuff. It was only my kids. And what was weird is I wasn't even necessarily worried like for my kids because they weren't there. But I was worried more about how they would react and feel when they found out I was gone. It's like that thing. And I have learned this. Ooh, have a whole bunch of emotion coming up in my life. That you don't always get to say goodbye to people that you love and care about. I know that in my life, when my brother died, that was my first. And I learned from that. I wasn't able to say goodbye to him. I mean, I said bye, like when he left my house the day before, like, bye, see, I love you, mwah, mwah. See you soon. But I didn't know it was going to be the last time. So what's interesting is that was what came up in dream time. That I just didn't get to say goodbye. And I didn't want them to carry that with them. No pain, full awareness of the whole building coming down around me. But it's like this deep emotional stuff that's coming up for me. And what I keep being shown is that it's coming up for everyone. In much the same way. So what can I do now, living my life, not to perpetuate the fear that I'm going to not be able to say goodbye or tell somebody how much I love them? It helps me stay in this present moment. And it helps me tell everybody that I'm around that I love them. To have these conversations, even with my kids, about life and the fragility of it, and my belief system surrounding what happens after we die. That's all. It's like, okay, so instead of being all afraid, instead of being all worried, whatever you want to call, I just have to shift a tiny bit in how I'm moving forward. And I'm using these dreams as an indicator for what I need to shift in my waking time. Yeah, there's been a lot of dreams that are just like, I haven't been able to remember them, and I just almost remembered one that was weird. Yeah, so whenever I remember one, I write it down real quick. I know that I wrote all my dreams down this morning, and I was glad I did, because even right now when I'm trying to remember, I remember nothing. Anyway, so just let it flow. Whatever's coming up, it's okay. We're all going through this right now. It's really intense times with the equinox. Yeah. And as we all know, coming into this time of the year, the veil is super thin. So I keep seeing things out of the corner of my eye. I keep seeing orbs. I keep seeing what I think are like beings. And I'm like, oh, here we go. And it's okay. I know I found myself the other night, I saw something out on the deck. And I was outside. And I was like, I see you. I see you. What do you want? And sometimes just the act of being seen is enough. So anyway, there is that. Careful who you're surrounding yourself with. I say that as I am alone with my puppy and my kitty. Yeah, careful what energies you're surrounding yourself with. That stuff matters. It really does matter right now, especially. There's a lot of things that we could get overwhelmed about. And the peace, there is peace, like right inside of us. And I will say that the best thing I can tell anybody to do, and I think I said this yesterday, breath work. Breathe in deeply and consciously and exhale out through the bottoms of your feet and let go of anything that doesn't belong within your field. And I know that I've been doing a lot of overthinking. And I say, I'm overthinking. And I usually get this whole full body chill. It's like, It's like, okay. So drop down into my heart. And breathe again. And then all of a sudden, the thoughts stop. And I'm centered fast. And that takes practice. Anyway, I love you guys. Talk to y'all soon.